So we've got a little scenario, and it's really important with this question that you were talking about the scenario. Okay. In the mark scheme, they only add 2 marks for AO1 for the fact stuff. Because what is there to say about what decomposition is? Decomposition is breaking a problem down, isn't it? That's it. Splitting the problem down into smaller parts so that it's easier to code. But that then becomes a evaluative thing. So AO3 mark to say makes it easier to develop. You can pass it off to more people, so you can develop solutions quicker. You can focus on one element, etc. Okay, so in terms of problem recognition, it literally is what that word recognition means. Identifying that there is something that we need a solution for. But it's also a little bit more than that, because what it is also about is identifying what's needed, and some of you did say this and it was fantastic. Some of you said, like, identifying what's actually needed to implement the solution. Okay? So, and really what we're talking about there, and they do ask this in other questions where they ask, you know, when they ask you about inputs and outputs, would you have for a system? That's problem recognition. It's been identified, okay, in order to implement a scheduler, what data do we need? Well, we need parcels, routes, we need locations, we need timings, if there's any time, it depends what the solution is. But all those things are to do with problem recognition. Okay? The decomposition element is, right, okay, what could we break this system in? So the scheduler, the route planner, the loader. If you're going to have a route, what you don't want is every time a truck stops, someone has to get right to the back to get the parcel. So actually you would build not only a schedule, but you'd have a load schedule. You would hope that they do it. Or you would just chuck them into the back and play football with all the parcels. And then climb over parcels when you're getting them out. But in an ideal world, you would, if you've got a route, you would say, right, pack the van in this order. Back to front, so that we can. Okay, so that was a hard question. There was some cracking answers on that. Some people did score quite heavily on it, but it was easily the hardest question. It would have been the question I did last. How many people did it last? Yeah, I would definitely have gone last on that one, because that's hard. The decomposition bit's easy, but it's like, what can you write about the problem recognition? And if you look at the mark scheme for it, I've not got it up on the screen, but if you look at the mark scheme for that, it's a bit wishy-washy on the problem recognition bit. It's another one of these vague terms that someone somewhere said that's what we need to test them on. They need to know about computational thinking, and no one actually knows what none of those things mean in a concrete question. So, yeah. But that is a textbook answer. The other things that come up in this section of vaguely, weirdly, wishy-washy are things like data visualization. So look through the mark schemes on data visualization ones. Some of the other ones are easy. Abstraction's easy, isn't it? To be honest. What's the other one? I think the other one is what was in this question, which is the concurrent. It's the other wishy-washy one, where the exam board can't make their mind up what concurrency means. They seem to mix it with parallel processing a lot, which is a bit silly, really. Right.